So I am here in central London in front of the headquarters of Total, where I'll be soon joined by other members of the Socialist Party and of the Committee for Workers International, the CWI. Total, as many people know, is a French oil corporation, one of the biggest energy company in the world, which is worth hundreds of billions of dollars, a very profitable company. But it's also a company which has a terrible record when it comes to human rights, workers' rights, its business dealings with some of the worst dictatorial regimes on earth. But the reason why specifically we are here today to demonstrate in front of the offices in central London is because we want to denounce Total's involvement in the robbery of wages of workers in Yemen, as well as in the killing of 3 of these workers last December. The background to this story is that Total, up until recently, was employing 208 security guards to protect its assets, its premises, its oil and gas installations in Yemen, subcontracted this work to another company, a British security firm which is called G4S, which many people might be familiar with because it's a company which has also a very notorious reputation when it comes to human rights abuses. These 2 companies had a mutual contract which was supposed to provide for the jobs and incomes of 208 security guards. But in 2015, when the war broke out in Yemen, a war incidentally sponsored by the British government, this war had an absolutely devastating effect on the lives of ordinary people in Yemen, but it was also turned into a profitable opportunity for greedy companies like Total, like G4S and a few other companies as well, who used, if you like, the conditions generated by the war to pull out most of their operations from the country, but doing so while turning their back on their financial obligations vis-à-vis the workers they were employing in Yemen. The result of that is these workers have found themselves overnight without a job, without an income, without the slightest redundancy compensation, and for most of them even without being even notified of their redundancy. This case has dragged on for more than a year now, accumulating a total of unpaid wages to these workers, which is the equivalent of an average of $27,000 per worker, leaving these workers in absolute poverty and destitution, being incapable to put food on the table for their families in a situation where the country is already on the brink of starvation. And as if this situation was not bad enough, on top of facing this terrible situation, these workers have also faced regular intimidation, including death threats by armed gangs on the payroll of these companies. This resulted practically last December, on the 3rd of December 2016, in the killing of 3 of these young workers by an armed gang, which we believe has direct connection with the local management of Total in Yemen, as well as with the company which is still operating under the name of G4S Yemen as we speak. The reason why we are here is the following. We want to step up a campaign to make sure that the workers' demands are being fully satisfied. This includes the total payment of the wages, bonuses and financial obligations that these companies owe to these workers. But we also want to bring to justice the person who have been responsible for the killings of their 3 colleagues last December. And I want to emphasize the fact that this action is not isolated. It is taking place in the context of an internationally coordinated campaign with protests of a similar character taking place in various other parts of the world, including, as we speak, a protest taking place in the heart of Paris in front of the business office of Total, as well as a protest organized by the Total and G4S workers in Yemen, in the capital of Yemen, Sana'a.